What's up, everybody? It is another edition of Chatting Live with Chad Levine. Yup, it's the new show, guys. It's ringing a bell. It's sticking. Everyone seems to be into it, so I think we're gonna keep that name for a while. If you guys look over to I don't know if that would be my right, your left. We have the beautiful Maya Felsenstein, who was completely not prepared to come on this show today. So I appreciate your spontaneity, my darling.
Anything for you, Chad.
I am so super happy to have you. We haven't been on a show in God knows how long.
It's
It's
been a
been
long time.
forever. Yeah, and I wanted to catch up with you. My new I've got a new goal. My goal is to just wing it. Like I'm just gonna start going with stuff. Every time I prepare, I do nothing. I'm like totally analysis by paralysis, like that sort of thing. You know, and I feel like I get nothing done. You and I have been meeting for like 2 years, have had a bajillion ideas, and nothing's gone through. So screw it. I'm just hitting play. How's that sound?
Yeah, let's just do it. I think you and I are both much better on the fly anyway. Like, let's
A
get it
hundred
done.
percent. Hold on, my wife's calling me. Hold on, I gotta make
Hi,
sure this is it.
Amy.
This is legit. Hold on, watch this. Watch this. Hey, yep, I'll do it. I'm on a Facebook Live, but I'll do it. I'll be there.
Let's say hi, Amy. Everybody with me. One, two, three. Hi,
All right, I'll
Amy.
go. I'll go on there. I'll go over there. I'll get him. All right, Maya says hi. Okay. Okay, I got you. Let me go. I'm on live. Love you. All right.
Oh, wow.
Apparently,
That's really long for a hi, Maya.
no. I was gonna say. Apparently, I gotta go pick up Gavin at his school thing. So this ain't gonna be that long. Thank God for everybody's sake, right? Okay. So Maya is live from her beautiful office, her beautiful red office in
Red office.
KW Cherry Hill. So of all the offices in the country, red is the most fitting for Cherry Hill. No.
Yeah, I would say so, considering, cherries are red. I figured, why not, right? No, I love being here. Keller Williams really is number one in the area, and we show it every day in everything we do around the community. And so I'm really excited to be a part of something that is a part of our community at large here. So it's been a great transition for me over the past 9 months or so.
Very cool.
Lots of
So that's
growth,
that's what I
and
was gonna say. How long's it been? 9 months.
February will be a year. So yeah, I'm excited. And at the end of February, I'm heading out to Las Vegas for a couple of
Woo!
days for the family reunion, which is their annual convention. And what's really cool is one of my favorite podcasters and authors is going to be one of our keynotes.
Oh, sweet.
So I get to hear Mel Robbins live again, and I'm just beyond excited.
Is Mel Robbins the one you told me about? Like, was that like doing things in like a short period of time? Wasn't that guy?
She comes
She.
up with, yes, she came up with the 5 second rule. It's one of the most popular, like it's a huge book. Well, it's a small book, but it's got a huge following.
Jay,
So the
Jay,
five second rule.
Are you seeing a delay on Maya? Her audio's good, but are you seeing her video like delayed? Jay, Jason.
delay, but I think it's recording, so we'll be fine.
No,
Okay.
but I'm talking about for the live.
Yeah, there's a slight delay, but it's fine.
It's straight. All right,
Okay.
cool. All right, rock on. My bad. So Mel
Next
Robbins.
time I'll use the app and not my Safari link.
Listen, I
Um,
literally called you like an hour ago from Home Depot while I was looking at Christmas stuff, so it's all good.
Okay, well, there you go. So, Mel Robbins came up with the book. It's called 5 Second Rule. She's got a podcast as well.
Mhm.
Basically, her thing is that, she talks about some of the science, and she's not a science person, but she learned about it and said your brain will actually talk you out of doing something after 5 seconds. So if you count, let's say, and this is what I did first. She challenges you to do this in her book. The first thing you do is, if you want to stop a bad habit, you think in your mind 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just
Mhm.
launch into whatever you need to do. So
Hmm.
one of the challenges she gives you is, if you happen to be a snoozer, and I was definitely a snoozer, you can ask Matt, I would probably snooze 4 or 5 times. I set my alarm like an hour earlier than I needed to so that I can snooze a bunch of times. But science tells you that if you snooze, or the more you snooze, the less or the more interruptions to your sleep cycle you have. So you feel more tired throughout the day, and your first 4 hours are completely non-productive because you're still in your sleep cycle. So your brain isn't ready to really start functioning. So if you ever have been a snoozer or ever snoozed and felt still tired,
Yeah.
that's why, because you're awake, your body's awake, and then all of a sudden you're saying, no, go back to sleep. So it starts a whole new sleep cycle. It takes 4 hours to go through a sleep cycle.
Interesting.
So when she was explaining this and I was listening to it on Audible, I was like, well, that really makes a whole lot of sense. So the first day after I saw her speak, when I was in Atlanta, that next morning I was like, I'm not going to snooze. I'm going to take the Mel Robbins challenge, and I am not going to snooze. My alarm's going to go off. I'm going to say 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and I'm going to launch myself like a shuttle right out of bed. And that's it. No more snooze.
Interesting.
I think in 2 years since I saw her, I've snoozed less than a handful of times. And usually the snoozing happens when I'm like not feeling well. It's kind of like I really need more sleep. And that's really the only time that I've done that. My mom, she's watching this. Sorry, Mom, for sharing. But I told her about this 5-second rule, and she and one of her friends challenged themselves to, if they felt like they were going to eat, something unhealthy or a snack or, a soda or something like that, they were like 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, and just walked the other way, or, picked carrots instead of cookies. So it's like you can apply it to so many different things. And, the procrastination that you and I both suffer from, same thing. Like we could say, just like you said, I'm just going to do it.
Yeah.
5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's go live. Like it really transcends just about anything. And she also goes into the book, and I don't want to take this up as the whole Mel Robbins thing, but she also goes into the book about, and I've worked with this with Harrison, my youngest son, who's 10, with some anxiety issues that he was having. She talks about how the hormone in your body that recognizes fear and excitement are the same hormone. So when you feel excited, the butterflies in your stomach, when you're anticipating like going to Disney, that feeling's excitement. But let's say you have a fear of flying. So the excitement that you're feeling towards Disney is masked by the fear of flying, but it's the same hormone. So if you say to yourself, I'm excited to fly, because you're going to be excited to get to where you're going, then it changes the mindset in your head. So you start to be less and less afraid of flying. And she actually talks about her own personal fear in the book of flying and how she overcame it and how she coaches other people to overcome it. So again, like if you're afraid of doing something or you're nervous, maybe switch the mindset. It's all about mindset. Whether it's in sales or whatever, we're both in sales. We have to make those phone calls to keep our business going. And if you're sitting there paralyzed by fear of they're going to hang up on me, they don't remember me, who are they? Why is she calling me? Like, don't worry about that. 5, 4, 3, 2, 1. They want to hear from me. My clients, my friends, my family, they want to hear my voice. They want to see me live. They want to do all these things. So I'm not going to be afraid. I'm excited to talk to my clients, and they should be excited to talk to me. So, again, it's just all about mindset. And as we go into the new year, I feel like mindset's a good thing to talk about. Everybody sets their resolutions. They join the gym. They stop going around January 15th. Like, it's one of those things that this is that time of year we start to reflect on the things that we've accomplished, the things that we set our goals for that we didn't accomplish. What can we do differently to reach those goals for next year? And looking at that now, what better time to start a new habit? We shouldn't wait until January 1st to do something. What's wrong with today?
Yeah.
What's wrong with right now?
What do you got for the new year? What's on your board?
My board, I want to take another vacation, but I got a big event coming up first week of January. My oldest is getting bar mitzvahed, which is, a huge rite of passage.
Yeah.
In my culture. So we've got that planning, but also I have my own personal goals. I would love to help 70 families or more this year. find their dream home, reach their real estate goal. So, seriously, if y'all are out there, whether you're watching from my feed or from Chad's feed or from wherever you're watching, what's your 2024 real estate goals? Like, what is it? Are you looking to build wealth? Are you looking for an investment property? Are you looking for a second home? Are you looking for your first home? Bigger, smaller, East Coast, West Coast? I have a network all over the country, so I can help anybody anywhere. Um, so, focusing on my real estate goals for 2024, I'd love to buy my
Mhm.
first investment property this year.
Nice.
So, that's a goal that you and I will be talking about.
Nice.
Because obviously I'll need some financing for that.
Hmm.
Um,
I got some money in the back.
Fabulous. Where we all keep it between the mattress, right? So I have those goals. My personal goals is I'd love to take my family on, a vacation, 7 days, somewhere all inclusive, warm, sunny.
Nice.
Yeah, and I'm only probably saying warm, sunny because it's cold and dreary outside, and this is
Yeah.
like my least favorite time of year in New Jersey.
Yeah, typically.
But those are my goals. What are your goals this year, Chad?
Well, so I've learned I'm like a man, like my head is way bigger than whatever the word is. It's the mouth's bigger than your stomach sort of deal, right? So
Uh-huh.
mine is super, super simple, right? Three goals: to consistently produce these shows because I feel like they energize me and help me to connect more with people. And
Mm-hmm.
I've developed a skill set in it, so I really enjoy them. So that's number one. And poor Jason, I put him through the ringer with so many different names, and I think we're gonna stick with chatting. That's it. So
I
goal
love
number
it.
one is to shoot as many of these as I can. Goal number two is obviously in the lending world, which I absolutely adore and love what I do, is to connect more with more realtors and more clients. And also number three, which is our biggest, is to finally launch the commercial and what we call non-QM, unconventional loan brand. My partner Sean Friedrich and I have been doing it for 2 years and haven't figured out what name to call it. And we finally are there. So those are three simple goals.
Ooh.
These are three simple goals. I'm very focused on these. There was a fourth goal, but I feel like if I throw it in, it's going to be too much. So
Okay.
I'm gonna move number four to next year, which is the motivational coaching stuff.
Ooh, I like it.
Yeah, but I can't do that this year because I dive too much.
I think keeping things in perspective and achievable
Yeah,
is key. And you're going to work towards next year's goal this year. It's not like
yeah,
you're saying I'm not going to do it and I'm going to address it starting January 1. You're going to be putting all those pieces together so that when January 1, 2025 comes around, 5, 4, 3, 2, 1, let's launch that bad boy.
yeah, yeah. I
So
dig it.
exciting.
I dig it. Well, we both got
Yeah,
fun stuff. We both got fun stuff.
we do. And we're going to do this a little bit more.
Yeah, absolutely.
We're
Now,
gonna
you
we're
kidding
gonna
me?
talk
Now,
about like
I feel
events. We're
I
gonna talk.
feel liberated. I feel
Yeah, man,
liberated.
for sure. We're gonna talk about like so many amazing things this year. I'm like really
Yeah,
looking forward to all that this year's gonna bring for you and me
yeah.
and our our audience who's gonna have many laughs because most of what we do when you and I get together is side splitting laughing. So
Absolutely. There should be no other way. There should be
I
no other way.
agree. I agree. But I what time do you have to go and pick up Gavin? Like how much time do we have?
I'd like a couple more minutes, but I mean, we've
Okay.
covered a lot of good stuff. I mean, I'll cut the bullshit out. That's usually what like the rest of the half is. Like, what do you? I don't know why I keep obsessing over this Taylor Swift, Travis Kelsey thing because
Oh,
I feel like
love
that's.
it.
But I feel like that's all I see, and I don't know what else. It's like let's talk about pop culture, and that's all that comes in my head. Like
Well,
that's it.
right now, she and Travis are the, key pop culture
Yeah,
things
it. They're
happening
like
right now.
the
Like,
they're like the it thing. Oh,
I,
but I
I
gotta
feel
tell.
like next to the Pope, she's like the single most recognizable figure in the world.
Wow, Pope and Taylor. That's
Yeah.
possible.
Like, I read that somewhere. It wouldn't have been Twitter. I'm not on Twitter. I'm on Threads, but I think I saw it either on there or People Magazine, something like that. She was like the right under the Pope. She was the number one most recognized.
That's really interesting. So I'm gonna do two things actually. I'm gonna give you a super funny story,
Yes.
right? And then I'm gonna let you sound out, and then I'll go so that I'm not late and my wife doesn't castrate me. And then you and I are gonna do a part two next week of this
Yes.
because why not? Why wouldn't we? So you
And
ready?
next week, just for those who are listening, next week we're going to be talking some really fun holiday things that are coming up.
Yes. We're gonna do foot. It's supposed to be fun food and real estate. Like that was my
Yes.
goal. So like
Yes.
we definitely need to talk. I saw your post about the Cherry Hill Market today, so we have to get into that. Rates are on the
Mhm.
way down. I had someone yesterday, Maya. They paid points, but it was a 5875 on an FHA.
You know, that's
We're
amazing.
back, man.
People, we
We're
are back
back.
in business. Let's get some inventory and get those buyers some homes.
We are back, man. But all
We
right, you ready for this?
are.
I'm gonna end
Yes.
today's show with this story. You ready?
Yes.
So I Gavin wins an award yesterday called his best self award in
Aw.
kindergarten. He's been dying to get this award. So he gets this award, he comes home. I'm like, "You know what? We're going to take you to the Cherry Hill Mall, right? We're so excited. We're going to take you out. And can I get a toy? Absolutely. Yeah, we'll get you a toy, whatever." Okay. So then in comes his little sister, Layla, who is the toughest little girl I've ever met in my whole life. So Layla is going to be 3 in 2 weeks.
Oh my
She
God.
is the most disagreeable. I love her. She's the cutest thing in the world, but you can't get her to do anything she does not want to do. Okay. So here's what happens. We're on our way to Cherry Hill Mall down Haddonfield Road, right? We're
Yep.
driving. Mommy, daddy, I have to pee pee. Okay. We pull into Taco Bell, right? Because we couldn't even make it to the mall. The mall's maybe a quarter of a mile down the road. I
Yep.
had to go pee pee. So we go in, we take her to the bathroom. I take her to the men's bathroom, right? She sees a urinal and a toilet, right? Which do you think she chooses?
Oh, the urinal,
Yeah,
100%.
totally obsessed. Has to use the urinal. Absolutely has to.
Oh, so
Goes
daddy's
up
holding her.
goes up to the urinal with her pants down and just stares at it and looks at me and says, "What do I do? What do I do?" Well, let's just use the toilet. No, no, no. Like wiggling her body out of my grip, like does like the dead body, like wouldn't let me do it. Like rolls on the ground in Taco Bell, naked, rolls on the
Ah,
ground, rolls on the ground. I had to pick her up, put her over the urinal, hold her, stick her butt over it so she could pee all over the place in this Taco Bell. We walk outside of the bathroom. Everyone that's eating is giving me the death stare because they heard me yelling at her in this Taco Bell. We get into the car. We go into Cherry Hill Mall. We park at Nordstrom's. Dumbest thing ever. Because when you enter Nordstrom's on the one side, it's the toy side, right? You go through the toys. She's pulling every toy she can think of, like every single toy she can think of. Goes and pulls hats, like a snow hat, puts it on. Sees a tutu, puts it on. Sprints all through Nordstrom, like running around, like all through
oh.
Nordstrom. She starts pulling the tags off the stuff. Amy and I are like, we're gonna have to spend $1,000 in damage here. We try this from her, enter into the main part of the mall. She stops at every fountain, crying and carrying on and tumbling and doing all this stuff, right? We end up, it's a nightmare. We go to Foot Locker because Amy had to buy shoes for her godson. She pulls every shoe off, puts a pair of Crocs on, rips the tags off. We had to buy $40 pink Crocs we didn't want to buy. We pull her out of there, go further into the mall. She sees Build-A-Bear. It's like a heist, Maya. She sprints in, pulls a bear out, runs out. Does it 4 times. 4 times. Maya, I've never needed a cocktail so badly in my whole life. Unfreaking believable.
Oh man, you and Amy have got your hands full with her.
Un
But did
I had
Gavin get his
He got
toy?
his toy. He got his toy,
Okay.
and I apologized to him because he's traumatized from her after that.
Listen, I have two kids, 2 years apart as well. They're both boys. The last 2 years have been literal nightmares.
Ugh.
Like my kids wouldn't sit next to each other at restaurants. God forbid they sit in the same back seat of the car. Um, we haven't, my husband and I, up until recently, hadn't sat next to each other at a movie theater in like 2 years.
My God.
Like it was World War III in my house.
Nuts. All right, so
Okay.
I'm gonna be to be determined because I'm literally 5 minutes from having to pick him up. I love
Yeah.
you. I
So
love you for
I
doing
love
this.
you.
And this, by the way, everything cleared up. You look great.
Aw,
Um,
thanks.
we are gonna do this again next week. You want to just do
Yep.
Tuesday? We had Tuesday scheduled anyway.
Yeah, but
All right,
I have to look at my time again.
whatever. Let me know. We will be back. This will be continued on. I have to go get my son, Maya Felsenstein, Maya Felsenstein Real Estate Group, #1 in South Jersey, killing Cherry Hill. Thank you all. Chatting live.
Love
Peace.
you. Bye.